personal story, our family's personal story with Alzheimer's disease has to do with my wife. The kids and I noticed that my wife was not on top of her game, as we would say. She was forgetting where she was going. I called my doctor, a family friend, who said that, why don't you get her to come with you, tell her you have an appointment, and then we'll do kind of a checkup on her. By the time we were 50, she was 50, we got the diagnosis that she had early onset. And so that began our journey together.
Well, my personal connection comes from experiences with close personal friends. Two different couples, two different life stories. One couple, Levon and Cal. Levon, a lawyer, a judge, a mother, a grandmother, played the organ in church. They were getting ready to retire and got the diagnosis. Elliot and Carolyn. Elliot was a constitutional law professor, worked on the Hill, worked at DOJ. They had retired, built their dream home in Florida, and the diagnosis for Elliot comes.
My personal story with Alzheimer's started with my dad. He was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's when he was in his late 40s, and I was in junior high at the time. Watching him decline during those formative years of my life really shaped me as a person in a lot of ways, as you can imagine, but it also just gave me a sympathy and an empathy for other people dealing with loved ones who have dementia.
The Alzheimer's Association found me in the way of Steve Caldera. Steve called me one day and says, "Burke, come out of my office, which is down the street from mine. Let's have lunch. I want you to meet some people." So I said, "Sure." I figured it was a political fundraiser or something like that. I walk into the room and there were a bunch of people from the Alzheimer's Association, and they sat down and we talked a little bit about what they did, and they asked me if I wanted to be on the fundraising group for the next Brain Ball. And I said, "Sure." Our association, the Airports Council International North America, has agreed to contribute each year to support the association. My wife Barbara and I and our family support it personally each year, and we're proud to do so because for me, it's giving back. It's trying to help a disease, help find a solution, a cure for a disease that we're getting really close.
It's been an honor to support the Brain Ball and raise awareness of the good work that the Alzheimer's Association does and raise awareness of what an effective event it is for raising resources and putting those resources to good use. I don't think anybody could have a better place to dedicate some of their philanthropy if they want to make a difference and also have a good time with a lot of great people.
As county executive of Prince George's County, I wanted to walk in Prince George's County. And so I worked with the Alzheimer's Association to bring a walk there so that we could really make it a family thing.
This is an issue that you may right now have the luxury not to think about, but by the time you do have to think about it, you're going to wish that you had spent time thinking about it before. And so I hope that people will get involved now in the hopes that we can build these networks that the Alzheimer's Association has built to support people when they're going through something like this, and hopefully one day to find a cure.
And see all your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, and realize that out of that group, somebody is affected by Alzheimer's. It might be more than somebody. It might be your brother, it might be your sister, it might be your next door neighbor, like happened with me. It's a terrible disease. Nobody wants to have a lifetime worth of memories wiped out because there's no cure for a disease that should be cured. So the money we're raising tonight and the money that's raised all over the country is going for a cure. I would encourage anybody to look around you, and there is somebody in the room, as there is in this room tonight, of people who are going to be affected by Alzheimer's. So be generous, contribute often, and think it's going to the right place.
I think if we prioritize this issue now, we can find a treatment and eventually a cure faster. I believe we're going to find them regardless, but I think that if we prioritize it now, everybody's better off. I want to find a cure as soon as possible, and I believe that that's possible.
We need more people involved. I've seen the growth over the years. It's amazing to me to see where it was in 2010 when my wife was diagnosed to the growth in terms of fundraising at the federal level, awareness at the state level, the impact and help that we've been able to give caregivers. So we need more people involved.
Progress is being made, and we can lick this thing. And that's why I'm here. You know, I have 2 great children in their 20s, Eve and Ben, and they are the future. And I worry a lot about the world that we're handing to them. Here's somewhere that we are already making progress, and we can make a difference. What if we could solve this problem for future generations so they don't have to face this, so our children don't have to face this challenge? What if we could take that one off the list of things to worry about? How wonderful would that be? Let's do it.